Thank you. I will read 3 of my creative poems in different genres. I wrote these words as a youth in a small town in southeastern Oklahoma in the 20th century, which seems more preferable to saying I grew up in the mid-1900s as related to my age. Yet, I suppose either way, my age is considered. I'm Clifton A. Casteel. As a teenager, I listened to an elderly man who told inspiring stories of hope and faith every Saturday morning. I sat under the sycamore behind his small corner grocery store, hoping for the attention of the girl I believed to be a real angel. Whenever I offered her a love poem that I spent hours writing, she would decline to read any after reading my first poem. Yet I couldn't comprehend why. The first reading is a metaphysical poem and offers affirmation to individuals contemplating the existence of God. I wonder if God exists. If so, where is God? Maybe God is pantheist. I wonder much like a child wishing to have a cookie ahead of dinner. When I witness beauty, I theorize God as a woman. And when things are unpleasant, God is a man. Then I wonder if God could be androgynous. I wondered. Late one summer evening, as the sky darkens, I sat next to an old oak with roots sprawling into the calm, murky waters, with low-hanging branches sweeping leaves from the bare ground. Crickets chirped loudly, trying to find their mates. A pair of love bugs showed no concern when they landed on my arm and continued to love. I peered at the amazing sky. I wondered. I noticed a mother squirrel gathering food, and as she climbed a tree, her babies raised their heads and made cheerful sounds. The sun, having warmed the earth and fueled its needed growth, seemed both proud and exhausted while lowering a portion of its golden body behind the horizon. The moon was prepared to take center stage and perform to provide limited illumination at night, while careful not to disrupt the sleep patterns of its inhabitants. The sun and the moon felt no envy towards each other. Instead, they nodded in greeting and wished each other well. I wondered. Stars streaked and paraded the sky. As I rose to depart, I saw 2 large birds flying towards the moon, blocking much of the moon. Though I wondered if God is actively present, my answer is obvious, and I do not wonder. I am at peace. Thank you. The second reading is a dramatic poem and illustrates the potential consequences for a young person lacking self-esteem and support. The narrative is set in a small town during the early 20th century at a time of racial segregation and social dominance by men. Young Stella May seeks peace of mind from an indifferent river. Hello, Mr. Little River. I'm Stella May. How you doing, sir? I hope I'm not disturbing you. Young gal, now, what be your pleasure? Well, sir, it's like this. I'm here to see if you will be nice and let me float into your relaxing belly like you did my third cousin. Betsy May, huh? Young gal, I pay no attention to names. But you listen to me. You come here with much disrespect. You're in a cotton sack dress and not a bit of makeup. And where's your jewelry? And worst of all, I can smell stinky liniment. Gal, you got some nerve asking for my favor? And haven't you been told I don't let just anybody into my belly? Even though many beg like they were trying to get out of hell. And know this much, I only take good-looking gals, those with fair skin, tall and thin, and you ain't about none of this. You are worthless. Sorry, young gal, I will not give you the peace of mind that you're looking for. Please, listen, Mr. Little River. Now, I can clean rich folks' homes, wash and iron clothes, and my papa says that in a few years, I'll be able to cook as good as my departed sweet mama. God rest her perfect soul. Young gal, now listen, I ain't interested in your Sunday morning blues. Please, Mr. Little River, you see, I'm treated like a nobody. I wish I could have been born pretty. Please let me float into your beautiful belly. Gal, now I'll tell you what. If you make yourself presentable, then I just might let you drift into my belly and you'll have your peace of mind. Meanwhile, if you don't want to make yourself decent, I hear talk that Miss Red River, a few miles away, will take just about anybody. And if you ask me, her red waters have nearly blinded her. But Mr. Little River, I visit her first, and she says she cannot accept fat and ugly souls, and that I might come to you to see if you would take me. Well, young gal, you really got a poor man's debt. Oh, wait a minute now. Are you trying to make a fool of me? Now, gal, you got something cooking in your belly, now ain't you? That's why you want me to give you peace of mind. No, Mr. Little River, I ain't carrying no child. I have belly fat, and boys poke fun at me. That's why I want you to give me the peace of mind. A year later, young Stella May returned with pride. Her face bleached pale, her nose was narrow after using a nightly clothespin. Stella May was dressed in a beautiful long-length white dress, a colorful pink silk scarf, wearing high heels, hairstyle. She adorned herself with her late mother's jewelry, carried a fragrance reminiscent of honeysuckles and roses, and wore lipstick in a striking ruby red shade. And without a ripple of hesitation, Mr. Little River permitted Stella May to float into his deep, relaxing belly, kept her there for 3 days before carefully removing her and covered her with an assortment of water lilies. People say young Stella May looked as peaceful as a baby in a mother's arms. Each year, the town folks gather at the river to pay gratitude to Mr. Little River for providing their troubled child with peace of mind. Thank you. Our third and final reading is sometimes called a tragic comedy poem. In this instance, it emphasizes how unfounded rumors and fanciful stories are often circulated in small towns. Shirley and the Drunken Undertaker. Well, hello, Miss Shirley. Now, I ain't seen you in a good spell. Oh, I can see that you're still a young fly fox. Do you come to Little Willie's grocery store often? Mostly on weekends. Now, Miss Shirley, I don't want to seem fresh, but don't you need a good man to put some meat on your tall, thin, and pretty bones, huh? Really, Mr. Brown, I don't see it that way. Now, sir, I would chat with you, but I got lots of pressing errands that need my attention. Well, I ain't gonna take up much of your time, but Miss Shirley, did you hear talk how much I fixed up old man Johnson? So much so that people swore he was sleeping peaceful like he had dove into a pint of moonshine whiskey. And between you, me, and the bedpost, when I removed his clothes for the embalming, what I saw told me that the young woman he was secretly keeping was giving him so much nightly pleasure that the old man had a heart attack during that time. You know what I'm talking about, huh, Miss Shirley? Sir, that's funny. I suppose that's a good way to leave. But Mr. Brown, I really must go. Maybe you can make time to visit church this coming Sunday. I sing in the choir. Well, I don't know, maybe, but that's real nice that you sing in the choir, because I was told that most of those people go to church are nothing but hypocrites. Now, Miss Shirley, I swear that I ain't never told no other woman this much. I've been a rolling stone practically all my good years. Now, it's time to settle down with someone young, smart, and pretty like you. You see, these other women folks look like mud ducks. Miss Shirley, we could snug up in silk sheets and rest comfortable in my new walnut bed, and we would eat out of real china, none of that plastic junk. And come next year, with the good Lord's blessing, I'm going to have me a spanking new red convertible Cadillac, and the whole town will go blind from jealousy. Now, do you understand what I'm saying to you, Miss Shirley? Mr. Brown, I do hope that what I'm about to say won't upset you, because I mean you no disrespect. But sir, people swear that because you stay drunk, it causes you to mess up more bodies than a mathematician can count to. And folks say they wish there was another Undertaker. Well, that's funny, Miss Shirley, but don't you go and let your pretty ears listen to talk from dumb alley cats? Mr. Brown, really, I must, okay, but Miss Shirley, please call me Ace. And something else, I would be pleased if you see fit to tell me what food you fancy too, and what's your color of roses. A year later, beautiful 22-year-old Shirley died under mysterious circumstances, leaving no children or relatives. The Undertaker was said to be grief-stricken at Shirley's passing, so much so he refused to embalm her. The funeral service was held at his residence, lasting nearly 3 weeks. The Undertaker dressed Shirley in a black lace dress and placed a diamond ring on her finger. Both items had been purchased from upscale shops outside of town. He demanded that her hair be styled each day. Her mahogany casket was ringed by 22 dozen pink roses, her favorite color. Each Sunday evening, the Undertaker consistently prepared Shirley's favorite meal and placed it at her gravesite. Cemetery keepers attested that each Monday upon their arrival, the food had disappeared, and both they and the townspeople were unable to comprehend the reason Shirley consistently refrained from consuming her dessert. Folks proudly say that the old Undertaker sobered up, joined church, and became a deacon. Thank you. If you enjoyed this presentation and my other presentations, please subscribe to my channel. Again, thank you so much.